Well, it's been a while since I've done this. Few updates. My wife and I have gotten back together. I have trained a new trainee, and he passed with flying colors. I was making a left turn into a gas station, and a lady with a suspended driver's license in the smallest ass car that could possibly crash into me. What was it, a Chevy Spark? Almost the smallest car that could ever crash into me. And damaged the rear end of my car. But before that, actually, if we were to go events, damaged the three of the four rims on my car, stock ones. So I had to get new wheels, new tires and new wheels on my car. Because I was driving a little too aggressive. Because my car had just been repossessed and I just got it back, and the process was a load of crap. I don't understand how this repossession company is still in business. The way they have been so rude and everything, and then they tried to steal they literally tried to steal my car. Not even just repossession, they tried to straight up steal my car by saying that my car wasn't even at the lot, it was at the auction already. And it was way too soon for my car to be at the auction. Way too soon. They took my license plate off. They took the license plate frame off. And, you know, it was just horrible. Anyways, so yeah, I was so pissed off at them. Plus, they ripped all the mounts that I have in here. They didn't even try to, you know, gently take them off. They ripped my mounts off of the windshield. So I had to now I have to super glue them because they don't, or bond them or whatever to the window, because they're no good on the windshield now. And the one for my the one that is holding the camera right now, it's seems to be okay, but it could fall off anytime. That's why I'm testing it right now. The one for my GPS is already starting to come back off. Somewhat my fault there. I tried to tighten down the mount that actually goes between the socket, or the two ball, one on the GPS and one on the window. There's a clamp that connects both of them. with 2 sockets. And I was wrenching down on that, trying to make it so the GPS doesn't move, and it started coming off the window again. So there's that issue. And then let's see, what else? Yeah, then just to top it off, I had an issue with that lady who crashed into the back end of my car. No license, no insurance. The cop didn't even arrest her. Just made her walk home. And then I'm basically left with the repair bill on my car. And now I need to bring up $2,000 to because that's my deductible. And that's not going to be fun. The thing is, though, is if I go, if I take the check and basically just run with the check, then that the insurance dishes out, then I'm not going to get the full worth of the car damage, because there's undoubtedly more damage than can be seen. So I went to the dealership to see how much it would cost to fix, and they didn't even take a good look at the car. They just walked around it. They didn't get on their hands and knees and take a look at under. They didn't take any pictures of under the car. They basically half-assed it. So I found another place, and they, at the very least, they picked it up off the ground and looked under the car, took photos and all that stuff. So I'm kind of torn. I need the money so that I can pay off debts, but then again, I need my car fixed. I mean, the car is obviously running. I'm driving it right now, and it drives fine. She just missed my new tire, or my new rims and tires on the back end of my car. Just missed them. And her excuse for driving in the first place was so convoluted. It was so stupid. She said she was on her way to Safe Light auto glass repair to replace the side window of her car, because somebody had broken into her car and stole all her stuff. While, yes, it did look like her window was missing, or at least rolled down, that's not an excuse to be driving with a suspended license. Safe Light comes out to you. I know this because I've had my multiple windshields replaced. They actually come out to you. So there is literally no reason for her to have been driving. So in my mind, it's 110% her fault. 100%, without a doubt, her fault that the accident happened. However, the cop sees it my fault because I made a left turn into a gas station and I didn't make sure that the coast was clear, basically, which is complete bullshit. She came out of nowhere. My wife said that she had looked over and looked at her, and she looked at her and she sped up. So if that's the truth, then it's clear that it's 100% her fault. And therefore, I went to court and I pled not guilty. So now I have to go to another court date. Now, the way the courts work out here in Arizona is a whole hell of a lot different than California. In California, you're given a date, just a random date, the soonest they can see you. And then you got about a 60% chance that the cop is not going to show up. And then the ticket gets tossed out. And even if the cop does show up, it gives you enough time to save up money to pay the ticket. Well, out here, they make sure that the cop is going to be free that day to come to court. They're going to actually make sure the cop comes to court. Well, the cop didn't witness the crash. He didn't witness me making the turn. He only has hearsay. And yes, I made a statement to him of the fact that I made a left turn, but I think he has the burden of proof that I didn't make sure that the coast was clear, which I did. So, but the problem is in the court of law, they're going to believe the cop over the civilian, which is complete bullshit. So what I don't know. I'm seriously considering, in this situation, I would actually rather pay a lawyer than to pay the state to get, I'd rather pay a lawyer to get me out of this ticket than to actually have to pay the ticket itself. So we'll have to see about that. I'll have to research it, see what's going on. And then let's see what else needs to be talked about. My wife has been in the mental hospital, 3-4 times now since we broke up and got back together. She's been in there at least 4 times. Let's see. No, 3 times. So we're going to have to see about that, and I'm running low on gas, and I forgot to go stop by and get a couple gallons. Damn it. Might get off at this next exit. I think there's gas at this next one, right off the road. Not sure. Anyways, trained a new guy. He's doing well. What sucks for me, I think, is right after my guy got signed off. Well, not right after, but after my guy got signed off, one of my coworkers that joined up like 2 weeks after I did. He got his trainee got signed off, and then he got another trainee. That pisses me off. I should have got a trainee before him for multiple reasons. And this is not the one that has the gas station that I thought it did, but I do see one. First and foremost, he doesn't teach them everything that they need to know. He teaches them what they need to know, but not everything. I teach them, you know, if you forget to write down your beginning numbers, this is how you get them, stuff like that. And then I have 2 trainees that are leads right now. So out of the 3 trainees that I have trained, 2 of them are leads, and one of them just graduated with flying colors. Well, wouldn't you say that, you know, that says something about my training? That I'm training them good enough that eventually they become, I mean, do you want, I guess they just want fuelers, okay fuelers. They don't want exceptional ones. I don't know. Oh, the gas here is going to be expensive as fuck. Oh. It looks like it's, I don't know, is it closed? Alright. Anyways.
find the place that has 3 octane.
Loves?
Loves, yeah. Gas station. Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll check that out. Huh. This guy here says that a gas station called Love's. Let's see. might have 93 octane. So I'm gonna go drive by that real quick. Maybe. Closest one's 5 miles away. Where is it? Where am I? It's on the way to work. So it's back the other way, but I'll check it later. I'll probably check it out tomorrow. I'll just drive by. Anyways, let's see. Dark. I know, let's go the wrong way down the freeway, or the highway. Anyways, yeah, my wife is at home now, at the house. She, isn't on her good meds. So she rambles a lot. She likes to call it racing thoughts. But it's just rambling. Texted me something weird, I don't know. I think I know what she means, but it's just randomness. I also did something to my right eye. Everything's all blurry now. I don't know what happened. Blurrier than my left eye. And I'm really sensitive to light now. Excuse me. But she's back on disability. Her first check should be coming next week. Let's see what else. I guess she got rejected for access, so her meds are still not free for us, her good ones. So we're gonna try to get her back on, I think Part B or Part D or something like that on her Medicare. I told her, you know, she needs to just not do anything. I know she wants to work, but it's her working is actually a hindrance, because when you get disability, you're only allowed to work up to a certain amount of dollars per month, and pretty much any job out there is going to exceed that, any full-time job. I think we worked it out. If she were to get a job that's even part-time and she worked more than 3 days a week, she'd be over the limit. Sounds like something outside is flapping around. It's probably the part of the rear view bumper, or the rear bumper that I cut off, or left on there when I cut off the rear bumper from the crash. Or it might be, oh crap, I hope it's not the wires. Crap. I'm gonna have to pull over. Rattling that you might hear right now is something on her stuff from her apartment. See, I can make that stop. If it is any wires hanging down, they're going to probably get replaced anyways. Although I don't quite hear anything rattling back there anymore now that I got into this lane. Something bad happens, I'm sure somebody will flash their lights or honk their horn or something. This is the gas station I meant, the one that's on the right. That's the one that I meant to go to. But that's okay. I got enough gas right now to get back to Casa Grande and then fill up there. Here in Arizona, I've noticed that the speedometer, or the speed traps that the cops have out there on the side of the road and all that stuff, everything's off by at least 2 miles an hour. So you could literally go 81 miles an hour and they'll think that you're doing 79. That's pretty much how my time has been since the last video. worked. They renovated the office somewhat. They did everything except for the ceiling. They took out our lockers, so our lockers right now temporarily are out in the hallway. We're supposed to get lockers that are the same size, and that's going to piss off a lot of the workers because they're a lot smaller than the old lockers that we had. Excuse me. There's a few things I want to get for my car if they do fix it up, and I'm thinking maybe I can get them to write down that they put on the stock stuff but then put aftermarket stuff on. I'm not sure. I'm really hoping that I can get them to do something like that, especially if the aftermarket stuff is cheaper. Then I might be able to do like a new body kit, because the rear bumper is going to cost, you know, $500, $600, $700 in itself, and a brand new body kit would cost about the same. The biggest, largest, most annoying problem is there's not a lot of body kits for this car. They're all just add-on pieces. They're not the full bumper. Why did you pull into this lane so early?